This game is called Copycats, and it's a game where it's okay to copy off your fellow players. Imagine that. However, it's better if you can come up with the answers first yourself because you get more points that way. So here's an example of what gameplay looks like. Towards the top of the screen there, you can see you're provided with a short 2-line passage, and it'll have some blanks in it, and you just need to fill in either the first line or the second line. And usually it'll be the second line, but not always. And you just fill in the passage based on the context that you're provided with and general knowledge and maybe some grammar and so on. So in this case it says we went bowling tonight and I got what? So I need to fill in the second line, type the whole second line actually. And so what would you get when you went bowling? Well, you'd get strikes and spares, right? Some number of strikes, looks like 3 strikes and 4 spares. It's going to be 4 instead of 5 because the word ends in R rather than E. So that's how you play. You just need to free up your mind when you're playing to try to guess the next word, and you just can work through it a word at a time. You don't have to figure out the whole line all in advance. You just type what you know. So I'm going to skip through these instruction screens just to save a little time, but feel free to pause the video if you'd like to read those. And for the game settings here, I'm just going to leave the defaults as they are. And to play, you just hit enter. You can actually hit enter at any time during those instruction screens to play right away. And then here we are, ready for round 1 of 3 in this case. No score, of course. And during gameplay, you just hit the space bar to move between the various screens. So the passage says, in general, it's not a good idea to something. Okay, that first word there looks like memorize. Memorize, so you just type that. Memorize a speech. And you don't have to know the whole line in advance, you just need to know the next word. So it's in general, it's not a good idea to memorize a speech word for word. I haven't memorized this speech word for word. Maybe I should have. All right, and then whoever finishes the line will turn black, like you can see there. But the other players can keep typing. As long as people type something within 5 seconds, the game will allow you to keep typing. But if no one types anything within 5 seconds, then play will end. So we'll move on to another one here. I'm the south player shown in red at the top. Everybody's line is shown at the top, just below the passage. So this one says they didn't offer gift wrapping, so I had to wrap the gift myself. There you go. And honestly, I wrote these months ago. Pretty much I've forgotten them. I haven't reviewed these. So I really think that just based on context, you can kind of guess your way through these. So let's move on to the next one here. You have as much chance at dating her, it must be, not him, because it ends in an R, as I have. Well, as I do. Okay, well, I got stuck there. What I did was hit the enter key and it gave me the next letter. It gave me the D because that just wasn't coming to me. I saw the rest of it, becoming an astronaut. There we go. And now the other players could keep copying what I've done, but they're going to get fewer points. So let's try another one. Okay, here we have to fill in the top line this time. So supposedly, I haven't even read it yet. It was something, something, something. He pulled the rug out from under me. All set. Okay, supposedly it was all set, but then he pulled the rug out from under me. Some plan was in place and everything was set, but then things changed all of a sudden. And for that line, I actually used the enter key a couple times to get the first letter because I got stuck there. So that finishes the round, and that's how you play Copycats. And I think I'll have a friend here help me out to show you what things look like when more than one player is playing. Hi, I'm back, and I've asked my friend Carol here to give us a hand. Say hello, Carol.
Hello.
Okay, and are you ready?
Ready.
So here we go. It was the tallest building in the world, probably, at one time, maybe. At one time, but not now, I guess. But not now. There we go. So again, just use context to try to figure out the line. And you can do a little bit of guessing. And if you get stuck, remember you can push the enter key to give you the next letter. And sometimes it's better to do that even though you incur a little penalty, because sometimes that'll trigger your thinking and you'll be able to think of the whole line and type it before the other players, and so you'll still come out ahead. So again, that's a call that you have to make while you play. So let's go on to the next one here. We have a looming deadline, so we have to work as hard as we can or something. So we have been working around the clock. That's what you do when you have a looming deadline, a deadline that's coming fast and you've still got a lot of work to do. You need to work around the clock to finish things in time. Very good. Next one, Susie, this is Ed. He just started. So it sounds like someone's at the office or at work. Could you show him around or something like that? Could you show him, so it's Ed, it's a male, him the ropes? Could you show him the ropes? To show someone the ropes means to show a beginner how things are done, to give them an orientation. So this game uses a lot of general English knowledge and just regular knowledge. Okay, and I think we have one more screen left in the round. So are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. The back steps are pretty slippery. So maybe it's wintertime and there's ice on the steps. Be careful. I hit enter to get the B there because I wasn't sure what it was. Be careful you don't slip and fall. You know, when you go down the steps, the back steps in this case. Oh, you beat me. I forgot to hit the period. So there we go. And that finishes the round. Let's see here. Ooh, South is just barely ahead of the West with 968 points there. Okay, so that's how you play Copycats. Thanks for watching. Carol, thanks for your help.
My pleasure.
And stay tuned.